Hey, what's up everyone? Josh Quinones here, and today's video is all about a phone that by its looks could pass for a flagship device but cost half the price. This is the TCL 10 Pro, and hey, I could use it to control my TV. That's right, this phone has an IR blaster that you can use to control things like your TV, cable box, Blu-ray player, air conditioning, projector, and much more. But we'll get to that more in a little bit. So starting off with overall looks of this device, I think TCL did a great job at making this look like a premium looking phone. Not only does it look premium, but it feels premium as well. For a phone that goes for around 450 bucks, I think it looks great. And right now at the time of this video, you can actually get it for around 380 bucks, which is an even better deal. So I'll leave a link down in the description below so you can take advantage of that before it's too late. So looking at the back, you get this nice frosted ember gray color that not only looks good, but feels good as well. It's got a nice soft matte feel to it. Then one of my favorite things about the back is the camera setup we have here. We have 4 cameras here, but the cool thing about the setup here is that the cameras are completely flush with the back. The 2 flashes on the sides are barely popping out just enough so the cameras don't touch the surface if you happen to put your phone down on its back. I think it's a great design by TCL. Then going to the front, we have a nice 6.47-inch curved 1080p AMOLED display, which actually looks really good. And I would expect it to, seeing how TCL makes TVs with great looking displays. I would expect them to bring that to their smartphones as well, and they did not disappoint with this one. The colors pop and are nice and vibrant, the screen gets fairly bright, and then we have pretty much an all-screen experience with the exception of that teardrop notch for the front-facing camera. Watching content has been really nice on this display as well. Now, in my opinion, I think they could have toned down the curve on the edges just a little bit. I mean, it does look really nice, but I think they could have been a bit smaller, so that way we have more of a flat display to use. But I will say that because of the size of this device, it does make one-handed usage a lot easier. Okay, now let's talk performance. To be completely honest here, I've actually enjoyed using this phone. Now, it's not going to perform like your high-end devices out on the market right now, but it runs pretty smooth and handles all of my basic tasks just fine. I can make a phone call, I can text, use my social media, watch videos, check emails, surf the internet, do some casual gaming, and even edit videos for YouTube. The fingerprint sensor works good, not the fastest, but good. It seems to read my fingerprint good every time. The facial recognition works great as well. Now, again, it's not the fastest performing device I've ever used. It is a mid-range device, but it performs good enough, in my opinion, to be able to get done what I need to get done. It's running Qualcomm Snapdragon 675 processor. It's got Android 10. It's got 6 gigabytes of RAM with up to 128 gigabytes of storage and an SD card slot for expandable memory, which I'm personally happy about. There is no water resistance, and it has a 4,500 milliamp battery that has no problem making it through the day, at least with my experience. Now, of course, everyone's usage is going to be different and battery life won't be the same for everyone, but even with fairly heavy usage, I haven't had a problem yet. Okay, now let's talk about some of the extra features this phone has that we don't really see on a lot of other devices these days. First is the IR blaster that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. This is so nice to have, especially if you lose the remote to your TV. You can just pull this out, control your TV, and look for the remote later. And it's not just for your TV, but you can use it on so many other devices as well. Plus, it's great to mess with your friends and family when you go over to visit. Okay, next is this smart key we have on the left side of the phone. You can pretty much set it up however you want. You can launch your assistant, open up the camera, take a screenshot, and so much more. This is literally one of my favorite features about this phone because it's just so convenient to have. I have mine set up to where a single press will launch the camera, a double press will turn on and off the flashlight, and a long press will take a screenshot. This phone also has Edge Bar, which is pretty much like what we have on the Samsung devices. You can customize it to fit your needs, but honestly, I don't really use it. Now, one thing I am so glad they put in this phone, because pretty much everyone else is getting rid of it, is the headphone jack. It is so nice to have, especially with this device, because it only has one down-firing speaker, which doesn't get the loudest, so it's nice to be able to plug in a pair of headphones as a second option when watching videos or listening to music. Here's a little sample of the speaker volume and quality. Okay, now let's talk cameras because there are 5 on this device. Now, you can actually capture some pretty good photos at times. Now, it's not the best quality I've seen in smartphone cameras, but it does get the job done. I've been able to capture some pretty decent shots. You got your main lens, of course, for quick captures, and I'm not much of a selfie guy, but the front camera does take some decent photos in good lighting. Portrait mode does pretty good depending on the lighting situation. Sometimes edge detection can be a little off. And then we have a macro mode for when you want to get really up close and personal with the object you're taking a picture of. It's actually a pretty fun mode to use. We're also able to take some wide angle shots, which is a lens that can always come in handy for when you want to fit more into your picture. And then we have a super low light mode for when you want to take some night shots. But you guys let me know what you think of the quality of some of these pictures I'm showing here. One thing I did notice is that sometimes the pictures can come out a bit saturated. I mean, of course you can always fix that in the editor, but it would be nice not to have to do that. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comments below. Now, when it comes to video, this device can record up to 4K 30 frames per second, which I have made a separate video on showing what the quality is like. So I'll link that video down below in case you'd like to check that out. But we have had a recent update that has improved video quality a little bit that I've noticed. Nothing major, but I do find video quality to be decent. Not the best I've seen, but again, this is a mid-range device and the cameras will get the job done. But overall, like I mentioned before, I have really been enjoying the experience that this phone has been giving me. Yeah, it needs a little bit of tweaks here and there, but for the most part, it's been great. And with how good this phone looks, you won't have to worry about anyone knowing you're using a mid-range device because like I said earlier, it looks like a flagship. For TCL's first branded phone here in the US, I think they did a great job with this one and it can only get better from here. Now, they did confirm that one major software update will be coming, which I'm assuming will be Android 11, but aside from that, they will continue to send out security updates and bug fixes and any other updates that will improve performance and camera quality. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. Do you find yourself interested in this phone, especially at the price it's going for? If you did like this video and find it helpful, make sure to leave a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Josh Quinones, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out.